My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive. When I was a child, I saw my mother killed by something impossible. My father went to prison for her murder. Then an accident made me the impossible. To the outside world, I'm an ordinary forensic scientist, but secretly, I use my speed to fight crime and find others like me. And one day, I'll find who killed my mother and get justice for my father. I am the Flash.
Hello guys. Now originally I was going to do a Transformers themed response to Dorian Figure Desolator's video, but I was just been speaking to Dave Transformers Drunk Heap. Basically all I was going to talk about is Beast Wars, which, as you see my shelf full over there, I've talked about at least 3-4 times in other videos, but I'm not going to say the same stuff again. I'm going to rehash what I've said. So instead, as per the title page, the images I put up and the music / theme I used for the opening, and in fact of what I'm wearing, I'm going to do something I actually spoken to Stu, Mighty Grimlock, a little while ago, about the fact that I've done a Superman review of Earth-22 / Kingdom Come Superman. I'll do another DC Comics review. Now you've all seen from the title, logo I'm wearing on my shirt, this one's going to be about a Flash. Now I know a few people who actually watched the show where I took the opening theme from, and that is the current CW series starring Mr. Grant Gustin as Barry Allen, aka Flash. Now I'm not going to delve into the history too much, so of the history of the Flash, because over the years there's been at least 7-8 people minimum I know of from reading online and from the comics, cartoon series and what have you, who've actually worn a lightning bolt over somewhere on their chest or a uniform. And I'll put a link to what I personally think is the best Flash information site I've ever found. I mean, it's kept up to date with the current series, any other live action appearances, characters made, the cartoons, all the comic books, crossovers, any other appearance in media or any mention in media, it's on there, so I'll pop that at the bottom. But the basic history, I can't remember the exact name of the company at the time, but what essentially became DC Comics. Obviously during World War II, we know about sort of Marvel having a Submariner, Captain America, another version of Human Torch, but that's another story entirely. And during World War II, the war was going to hell. They needed something to inspire everyday people as well as the troops serving abroad. So sort of bright, colourful characters with some with superpowers, not with someone without, were big business. They helped. So the first person to ever go by that name was this gentleman here, Mr. Peter Jason, or Jay, he prefers to be called Garrick. Garrick, not Garak, as in the DS9 characters. Anyway. Now, the origin's a bit, yes, it's the 1940s, I'm not going to be big on the origins, but as most of these characters have done over the past, probably 75 years ago now, and they've been reimagined, they've been redone, the history's been changed, circumstances of the origin, or it's retcons, it's comic, there's going to be retcons wherever you look. But essentially, this guy was technically the first hero to appear with super speed in DC Comics again I know of. There's another one that's retcon that's appearing before again, but I'll post a separate link to him under the other one. So essentially, when this character here, the Flash, from what I can recall, he could approach, or actually go fast, run faster, than the speed of sound, which even now is still impressive. I mean, as this character's aged and other versions have aged, their sort of speed limit has slowed somewhat, but considering this guy's been fighting crime of any kind over the lot for more or less his entire adult career, I think we can forgive him that. Now, in the current series, a version of this character has appeared on a uniform that's different. It's slightly, I mean, this is how he looks more or less now, for favourite current DC Comics. Essentially the same, dark trousers, boots are different in the show, but I'm okay with that. A bigger lightning bolt compared to what he had originally, and grey around the temples. As for the helmet, as they actually mentioned in the show, I'm going to change that slightly in the show as well. Jay's dad served during World War One, and they did sort of American into the war. It's 1917, 1677, like that. I didn't break it. And whether his father left it to him in his will or what, we don't know. But a big influence on Jay. Just double check the time. Yeah, we're good. His biggest influence was the. I'm now going to say this wrong, so I'm going to say Merc. I'll come out. Was it Roman, Greek? It's Roman. Anyway, I'll push him on the voice. But the god of speed, Mercury, hence the wings on the helmet, on his boots, and just generally sort of. That's how most heroes, I think, most sort of 30s and 40s and even the 50s to a degree. Sometimes writers and the artists were influenced by the mythology or mythological characters. We get Marvel with our favourite son of Odin and henceforth stuff like that. Now, other heroes, particularly Barry himself, when DC wanted to bring a lot of different characters back but reinvent them, such as you've got with sort of Green Lantern, got a new update, new uniform, same basic origin, what have you. But when Barry first appeared in, I think it was 1956, something early mid 50s, they wanted to make his uniform more simplified, so all red, as in like Jay, just a red top. Still got the lightning bolt, but that's going around almost not a belt, but just around the waist. They had lightning bolts on his arms, and they gave him bright yellow boots, but they still had the wings. I'm going to check out, I guess I'll bring off on there, which Jay had on his, which I personally think is a nice touch. So with these, now for Jay, I just sort of decorated on his helmet, but for Barry, they're actually radio receivers, and I think transmitters as well, so he could pick up on the police bands, if there's any trouble, he hears about it, because he's actually, as you know, the title said, or sequence music said, sorry, is a forensic scientist. This more or less, for the TV series, they've kept the origin pretty much the same, how he was struck by lightning, the chemicals he was doused in, so forth and so forth. So they've changed a few things. I mean, the fact that Barry's mother was killed in the series, I think did happen in any recent reboots for the DC Comics, but I haven't read it for a while, so I'm going by what I know from originals. Now, what I like, not so much about this figure, because I like the figure anyway, but I like Jay's uniform. It works. It's like the original one is just basic blue trousers, a red shirt, basic lightning bolt, that's it. Whereas Barry's, because this actually covers his face, which is always a bonus for trying to keep a identity secret. It worked. I mean, it's something like when I actually used to play the City of Heroes game, online game, years and years ago, which Ben, Juice84 can attest to, which was a great game. I personally preferred, when I made a character, I made his or her uniform, just simple colours, choice, nice sort of clean lines, not simplify it, but just made it look functional. which I think for Barry, when you can nickname Scarlet Speeder colour scheme, it works. Now, in the current series, so in this one here, time again, where are we? Oh, good. This was for season 1 uniform, and originally I wasn't too keen on the fact that the lightning bolt had red behind it instead of white, whereas now for season 2, given how the lightning bolt symbol, it's basically the same as one of the comics, which is cool. I mean, what I do like is the actual, we've got the lightning bolts, some on the belt, there's a lightning bolt, sort of shaped belt almost, and I've added it to the legs as well. And sort of gold highlights on the boots, which I've got in the series. Still got lightning bolt shaped transmitters and receivers this time. He has got an earpiece in there, so he can talk to his team and basically where he needs to be and how to do any rescue, because he's still learning different things at the time, at least in each mission. Now the figure itself, you should better see it's like a stippling effect, because it's almost like a leather. I don't know what the costume's made from in the actual series for the prop, for the costume for Grant to wear, but that's almost like a leather looking material, and I think they've done a really good job. I mean, the posability is absolutely fantastic. If you do want to get him to a decent run and pose, but I can't do, you get the idea. I mean, this figure comes with, what have we got? 3 sets of hands. That's the basic flat hand, as if you friends with me on Facebook, you'll see my well, I've used a cover photo and a profile picture. I'm wearing this, doing all someone's sort of Nick Hardy, my friend Cat Nicholson, did all the sort of speed and lightning bolt effects for me. It also comes with an awesome display box, 2 hands like that, and 2 closed fists, so you can sort of alter whichever ones you want to use. What I do like, apart from the fact I've used the font from the TV series, and an awesome photo on the side of him, I'm really impressed with. Obviously your advertising, because it's made by, well, sculpted by, sorry, Gentle Giant Studios, who I've not heard of before. We get Oliver Queen when he's stuck on the island, for the Arrow series. Black Canary, Deathstroke, aka Slade Wilson, and Oliver in his, I think it's a season 1. Oh, season 1 or season 2 uniform. I think he's actually wearing the eye mask made for him by Barry Allen. But yeah, all in all, if you're a Flash fan like myself, and if you're like me, you're absolutely loving the current live action series, I can highly recommend it. I mean, I think I paid 15-20 quid, maybe a bit more, but I think it's been around a while, but it's hard to get hold of now. But yeah, I can highly recommend it. I've got mine from Amazon, might be cheap on eBay, or dearer depending on who's actually selling it to you. You won't see it, I look at a collector's fair or a comic shop, it's worth having a look, but I would definitely recommend him. So, that's my, saying at the time again, done too well. So, that's my very impromptu and I'd almost say half-assed attempt at doing a review. I'm a bit rusty, so I do apologise, guys. I will probably do another review soon. Possibly Transform. Now I've got I'll leave them up there now actually. Someone from Mr. Dave shot them recently, so I just want to give a big shout out to Dorian for again getting us motivated into doing more videos. Dave Shotton for, apart from chatting to me a few minutes ago, give me a bit of I was like a pep talk, but saying don't do a video that feels forward, mate. That's good advice. Thanks, mate. I'll always bear that in mind. And to Stu, Mighty Grimlock, who, like myself, first encountered our favourite Scarlet Speedster back in 1990. Bloody when John Wesley Shipp originally played Barry Allen, aka The Flash, and as a nice touch, she's now actually playing Grant Gustin / Barry Allen's dad, Dr. Henry Allen, in the current series. So that's a nice touch. I'd hopefully at some point get a chance to meet either these gentlemen. And my girlfriend Casey met John Wesley Shipp, was it this year or last year, at one of the conventions near to hers. I'm extremely jealous, and I'll tell her at my next speak to her. So anyway guys, I've rambled on for long enough. Thanks for watching. If you want more, I'm going to put a few links down at the bottom about just general information about the Flash. If you've got any questions about the figure itself, and we have figures on I've shown you tonight, or if there's any figures on my DC shelf, I'll also my Marvel shelf at some point. Any figures on there you want a closer look at, with me to do a review, tell me below, leave a comment below, and I'll get around to it. So thanks for watching, and as numerous characters have said in the series, run Barry, run.